Welcome to Godly Play at Decatur Presbyterian Church. I'm so glad that you have joined me today. Let's take 3 deep breaths in and out so that we can clear our minds and relax our bodies so that we can hear what God is saying to us in our story today. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. I think we're ready. What is the biggest gift that you have ever gotten? Did you know that there are some presents that are so big that nobody notices them? They are so huge that they don't get seen. They are so hard to see that the only way you'll know they're there is if you go back to the beginning or before the beginning. In the beginning there was, in the beginning there wasn't very much. In the beginning there was nothing, except perhaps an enormous smile. But there was no one there to see it. Then, on the first day, God gave the gift of light. So now there was not just darkness, but there was dark and light. Now, I don't just mean light from a light bulb or car lights at night. I don't just mean light that is this light or light that is that light. God gave us the gift of the light that all light comes from. And when God saw the light, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the first day. On the second day, God gave us the gift of water. Now, I don't just mean water in a glass or water in your bathtub or in the shower. I don't mean just the water in a river or a lake. I don't even mean water from the ocean or the water that comes from the sky in rain. I mean water that is water. This is the water that all the rest of the water comes from. This is the firmament, and it divides the waters above from the waters below. When God saw the water, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the second day. On the third day, God gave us the gift of dry land. God divided the water and the dry land and gave us the gift of all green and growing things. When God saw the gift of dry land and all the green and growing things, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the third day. On the fourth day, God gave us the gift of day and night. This gave us a way to count our days. Here is the great light that rules the day, the sun. And here are the lights that rule the night, the moon and the stars. When God saw day and night and our way to keep time, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the fourth day. On the fifth day, God gave us the gift of all of the creatures that fly in the air. Not just the birds, but all the creatures that fly. And all the creatures that swim in the water. All of them. The creatures that swim and the creatures that fly. And when God saw all of the creatures that could swim and all the creatures that could fly, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the fifth day. On the sixth day, God gave us the gift of all the creatures that walk upon the earth. The creatures that walk with many legs, and the creatures that walk with 2 legs, like you and me. That was the day that God put God's own image within us. When God saw the creatures that walk with many legs, and the creatures that walk with 2 legs, and all of the gifts of the other days, God said, "It is very good." And that was the end of the 6th day. On the 7th day, God gave us the gift of rest, and God rested. Our gift of rest is given to us to remember all of the great gifts of all the days. There is nothing here because we all go to different places to remember the great gifts. You can imagine something there to show your favorite place to remember. It might be in your backyard, or by a tree, in a church, or in your room. It might be in the mountains, or the ocean, or by a lake. I don't know where your place is. Only you know. What I do know about this day is it's so special that sometimes Jewish people will mark it with 2 special candles. And that Christian people mark it with the sign of the cross. I wonder which of these days you liked the best. I wonder which of these days you think is the most important. I wonder if there are any of these days that we could leave out and still have all the days that we need. Now it is time to work. I wonder what you would like to work with today. Maybe you could create your own creation story cards to retell the story. Or maybe you would like to create something about our story today. Whatever you choose, have fun creating. And remember that God's image lives inside of you. Be creative, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.